My man. Doing the most. Doing the most. You know I had to remix this bitch. Shout out our boy. If I get caught up in a storm, pray the rain just keep me calm. All my life I deal with pain, see no evil cause on. Chop along just like a arm, no bitches we fucking on. Doing wrong without them knowing, I'ma go if you ain't know it. And you can't go do what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. And you can't go through what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. I just need someone to call on. I've been making moves like Michael Corleone. I won't say that shit until it's set in stone. Bitch, don't say my name if you gon' say it wrong. I can't touch these drugs and keep.
Yo, it's your boy CT Crusher here checking in. Just wanting to remind y'all to go subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jube for the Hoodie Jube live podcast. We talking pressing topics here for you every night of the week. Hit that ding dong bell to make sure you don't miss an upload. Come join in on the conversation. Help us expand the community. We do a lot of giveaways, give away to a lot of charities, giving away to the local children's hospital. And oh, by the way, if you want a chance to win free NFL tickets, yes, I said that, free NFL tickets, make sure you subscribe and hit the ding so you don't miss a chance to win free NFL tickets. Peace out.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hoodie Jube, and if you're looking for the best restaurant in town, man, go try Weed Ass Chicken and Shrimp, man. They have the best chicken wings, the best chicken tenders, the best fried shrimp, the best fried catfish, and their fries are so amazing, covered with ranch, cheese, bacon, jalapenos. Oh my! Yes, you heard it. Go try it out. They got 4 locations: Monroe, Louisiana, Marrero, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Houston, Texas, baby. Go try it now.
Right, man. What up? I won't speak on nothing but the real. You know how I want to come. You know what I'm saying? Say we've been down for too long. The only way is up, it's time to move on. Never leave your house without your shoes on. Them killers want to spot you, cannot move on. Ain't worried about that girl, I tell them move on. They say it's my fault, but I'm feeling I can't do wrong. Cut all my partners off, let me open like the roof gone. Long talks and I ain't never changed, it's just been too long. Better shake them back and that's a fact, so I'm turned up. Fall up in the club, I'm going down, and I'm like, what's up? Throw me in that water, I won't go down, I'm too up. She want with a man, I knock that hoe down, I'm too up. Told all the friends, now she just want me to grow up.
You can't see us, I time Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Camaro break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. He talking Byron Matthew, he talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Hoodie droop in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You heard me? Your time is up. Our time is now. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say hoodie, hoodie droop in the building. We shining.
Here he is, Hoodie Jube.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hoodie Jube, and we are back with another live podcast. And if you don't know, you will know. There's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube, y'all. How is everybody doing tonight, man? I'm doing this fine over here. And just to let everybody know, we got 2 special guests coming on my show tonight. And both of these are 2 good friends of mine. So they're coming on to talk some Saints football with me because they hear me talking Saints football in front of their face all day, every day. And they Saints fans just like me. So they're going to come on and chat it away with me and everything. So I'm going to bring them on one by one. But before we do that, I do want to give a special shout out to everybody that's in the chat so far. So let me give y'all all a special shout out real quick. I seen that Elite Goods was in here earlier, but his thing kind of disappeared. But he was like one of the first ones, but that was way early when I scheduled it. So who that to you, Elite, my man? We got Lester Shipman. Who that to you? We got It's Poppy 504. Who that to you? We got QBs or bigger divas than wide receivers 101. Who that to you? We got Torrey Shepard. Who that to you? We got JT in the building. Who that to you? We got Jerry, the old freaking G in the building. Who that to you? We got Pelicans Nola. Who that to you? By the way, Pelicans just won. Go Pels. I see you, Miss Dana. Who that to you? Who that to one of the queens in the building? We got the who that dude. Who that to you, my man? We got the Rook. Who that to you? We also got John Tavius Harwell. Who that to you? Let's see. We got Anthony James. Who that to you? We got Uncle Deuce in the building. Who that to you, Uncle Deuce? We got Trav 504 in the building. Who that to you? We also got T in the building. Who that to you? So who that to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna still try to give y'all some shout outs as the show is going on. But let's get this show on the road. Just to tell everybody real quick, the show is basically we're gonna be doing a recap on the offseason so far. And you seen what the thumbnail said. It's just saying that Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis are just cooking this offseason right now. With all these big signings, bringing back the players that we need to succeed. So that's what we're gonna be basically discussing. We're gonna be listening to some videos as well. Some of the players and stuff like that. Plus, we're gonna get my two friends' opinions, on everything and ask them what they think of the offseason moves and stuff. And the reason why I wanted to do this video too, because I know a lot of people last year, plus me, was really aggravated and pissed off about having Dennis Allen here and being brought back again. Because he messed it up last season, but you got to realize we had Andy Dalton back there. He didn't have the quarterback that he really wanted. So this year, there's no excuse for him. And a lot of us start too. Remember, we all were saying to ourselves, Dennis Allen, terrible coach. Nobody's going to want to come play for him. Saints organization about to go downhill. And then here comes out of nowhere, Derek Carr signed with us. Michael Thomas coming back. Jameis was the most shocker coming back after getting screwed over by Dennis Allen. Jamaal Williams here now. We released some of our defensive players, but hey, we gained some really good defensive players and Khalen Saunders and Nathan Shepard. So a lot of big moves so far this offseason. And I think a lot of Saints fans are really, really excited right now. Like they really happy about it and they ready to see what more moves we're gonna do because that's this is only week one of free agency. Week two is about to start next week, so we're gonna see how that goes. And every week that they keep waiting, the prices are gonna be cheaper for us. So I'm ready to see who we gonna be signing. So right before I bring y'all on, before I bring my two guests, I see OG Stone is in the building right here. Who that to you? 504 Co in the building. Who that to you? We got Bruce Saint in the building, my man. Who that to you? And we got Mr. Who that in the building. Who that to you? So who that to all of y'all? And let's bring on one of my first guests. And this is my best friend, Noah. We're gonna bring on Noah into it. What's up, Noah?
What's up, everybody? Who that, everybody?
Hey Noah, so glad you're here, to come chat it up with me tonight. I know you love talking Saints football with me whenever we talk and everything. But I guess the first question for you tonight, as I bring you on would be is Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis cooking it up this offseason for us?
So first thing first, I haven't been excited about Saints football since Drew Brees left. I don't feel like we've had the right team, the right weapons to make a deep run. This year, I'm super excited about where we are. We've got our quarterback. We've got our running backs. We've got our receivers. Defense is locked up. If Dennis Allen can't win with this team, he will not win in the NFL. Everybody on this team has heart. They want to be here. They want to play. And if Dennis Allen can't win with this team, like I said, he won't win. I think they did absolutely everything they were supposed to do this offseason so far. We got a franchise quarterback. We have, honestly, two franchise running backs. We have all the weapons you could ever need. There's no excuses after this year. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, definitely can agree with you, man, because like I said, me, how I'm one of the nicest persons you're gonna see, and I'm one of the more the positive type of person. I usually don't hear a lot of negative out of me. I always try to hope the best for everybody. So like I knew once Drew Brees was gone, I was like, hey, we got Jameis. I believe in a guy like Jameis, but not everybody did. And to be honest with you, I think we could have had our quarterback for the future, but he's just been injury prone injured. But the only good thing, at least he's back for another year as our backup, which I think, to be honest with y'all, I think we probably got one of the best QB rooms and probably one of the best running back rooms right now, just because of AK and Jamal Williams now. But before we get into more details, I'm gonna bring on the next friend, ask him the same question, about if Dennis Allen and Mickey Room has been cooking this offseason. And let's bring on my friend Steven over here. How you doing, Steven?
I'm doing good, doing good. Uh, about the season this year, I think everything's gonna be good. Um, pretty much with what Noah said. We got a great squad with AK being out 6 weeks. We seeing and bringing in Jamal Williams. Like that's a great signing. Being he was a top rusher last year, top touchdown leader last year. We need that firepower. The Saints have always been a two-back system, um, and with MT coming back, that helps a lot. Receiving core is going to be great. Um, Pretty much, I'm the same vote as Noah. If Dennis Allen can't win with this team, he got to go.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Steven, and Noah. I kind of agree with both of y'all. Like I was saying, having a guy like Derek Carr, this is his quarterback. Remember that, y'all. He did say, this is the one he drafted, only got the coach for 2 games and then got fired, or 4 games, whatever it was, and then got fired. So we got to see how he performs, with the New Orleans Saints. But to be honest with you, Derek Carr is probably a top three, top five quarterback right now in the NFC side. Not saying in the whole NFL, but on the NFC side, there ain't that many more quarterbacks greater than him besides a guy like Jalen Hurts. I mean, some people can argue, especially Cowboys fan, they'll probably say Dak is over him. But we got to see what other people would think about a guy like Dak. Um, I'm trying to think of some other NFC teams because I know Aaron Rodgers is about to be going out of here, but he's about to go to the Jets, so that's why I'm not really gonna really consider Aaron Rodgers right now. I mean, so let's just kind of let me think about this. So let's go to the NFC South. The best quarterback is Derek Carr. Next best quarterback is Jameis Dan Winston, and he's on our team too. So you go to Carolina. They got Andy Dalton, who we had last year, which we are happy he's not with us, y'all. You have Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield on the Tampa Bay. That ain't really nothing to me. Um, then you go to the Falcons, who's got Desmond Ritter, and I don't know if anybody's seen. I think they signed quarterback Taylor Heineke from the Commanders to compete with Ritter. So we're gonna see how that goes. But like I said, still not the best quarterbacks in our division. Um, some people can say Derek Carr is better than a guy when we go to the other division, like the Vikings. Some people think he's better than Kirk Cousins. I don't know. I mean, some people say Kirk Cousins is mediocre. So if you think Derek Carr's mediocre and Kirk Cousins, maybe they even, you can swap them, between the 3, 4, 5 spot. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers is going, so you're gonna have Jordan Love in that division now. You go to a guy like who's the other one? The Lions, which would be Jared Goff. Good quarterback, not the greatest, but I think Derek Carr is greater than him. And then you go to a guy like Justin Fields, but like that's the person that I'll be like, Justin Fields still got to play more and do better before I can say, hey, he's better than a Derek Carr. But yes, he is. I think he really is explosive on the legs. Like very great runner. Just needed the weapons and the protections, and that's what they do in this offseason. So I can see Justin Fields moving up this year. Um, when you go to the Eagles, the NFC East, you have a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who, in my eyes, I say he's the number one quarterback right now, probably top quarterback in the NFC, with no doubt. You got a guy like Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. Some people think he's the guy, who might be better than Derek Carr. Some people don't think. Some people just think he's mediocre too. Um, we'll have to see about that. Then you go to, let's see, you go to the Commanders, who I think they said they're gonna be rolling with Sam Howell, and they had somebody else. I forgot who they added, but if anybody in the chat remembers, just put it in the chat. Let me know who they added. I think they added a veteran quarterback not too long ago. Oh yeah, I remember Jacoby Brissett. That's who they added to go compete with Sammy Howell. And then so you'll have the Commanders. Who is their last team in their division? The Giants, which is Daniel Jones, which to be honest with, I think Derek Carr is better than a Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones just got better legs. That's all. He just can run, but don't forget Daniel Jones can trip and fall sometimes when he needs a touchdown. Just remember that. So you go to them, and then the last division, it's kind of up in the air right now. Stafford didn't really play that much last year for the Rams. They were talking about maybe trading him, but I would still say for right now that Stafford is better than Derek Carr just because he's got a Super Bowl under his belt now. But now that Derek Carr was basically in the same situation as the Lions, as Stafford when he was with the Lions, terrible organization, not enough good weapons, not a good coach, not really the people he wanted around him. And now he's going into a new organization, a better winning organization, and has a chance to go run, and compete for a Super Bowl. So we'll see how that goes. But you go to the 49ers side, Brock Purdy, pretty good last year. I liked him, but he's gonna be out all season long with his surgery that he had to do on his elbow and everything. So he's gonna be out. Trey Lance, you don't know what this dude is yet. Could he get an injury too as he's trying to play? And then they added Sam Darnold, who I don't think is good at all. So that's who their quarterbacks are. And then you go to the Seahawks. Geno Smith, though, is a quarterback I would like to mention. He might be a top 5, top 7 quarterbacks right now in the NFC with the performance he had last year. And it shows you, his pay. The pay that he got, it shows you show you how good he was. And then the last team I need to think of it real quick. Hold on. It's the Cardinals and Kyler Murray. A lot of people think he's just basically everybody thinks he's just failing. They think he's he was not worth their first round pick. So like I said, y'all put it in the chat. Y'all let me know. Do y'all think Derek Carr is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC, not the NFL, in the NFC? Do y'all think he's a top 5 quarterback? Yes or no? But I will like to ask Noah the next question because we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna ask Noah, let Noah answer first, and then we'll bring Steven and let him answer the second questions. So Noah, bringing in a guy like Derek Carr, and having a guy like Michael Thomas coming back for him, having a rookie who just went over 1,000 yards in his first season, a guy like Chris Olave, who's a speedster, can run really good routes, having a guy that we didn't know who he was until we seen him hit the field and receive Saheed, a speedster down the field as well. He can run really good routes too, punt returner as well. So having these type of people, what would be your expectation for a guy like Derek Carr this season? What do you expect from him?
Yeah, so I have high expectation of Derek Carr. He's a 4,000 plus yard a year guy. He can get you the ball. He throws a deep. He throws the slant. He throws a short game. He throws it all very good. One thing about Derek Carr from the Raiders is he's always had to give you 28, 31 points to win a game. Here, you give us 21 points in a close game, we're going to win the game on defense. Well, I'm not asking you to give me 5,000, 5,500 yards, anything like that. Just give me what you can give me. Give me 21 points, 24 points. We're going to win that game for you on the defensive side of the ball. I do think we have a better receiving core than he had, and we by far have a better running back core than what he had. So I expect him to utilize the run game a lot and then take deep shots. Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave down the sideline, Michael Thomas coming across the middle of the field. He had Devontae Adams, but he's kind of more of a deep threat. I don't really think him and Michael Thomas play the same. So I expect Michael Thomas to reach about 1,500 yards this year.
Gotcha. I totally agree with you, Noah, on basically everything that you said. Michael Thomas, is a different type of player than Devontae Adams. It seems like Devontae Adams makes more big plays down the field while Michael Thomas is killing you in the middle of the field, and it's just hard to stop him, right? But about to bring Steven and ask you this one. Same question. What is your expectation this year, man, with Derek Carr being your quarterback?
I'm hoping for same results every year. I mean, him throwing the ball. He like Noah said, he got a better receiving core. I mean, he did. I don't know if Noah mentioned, but he did also have Darren Waller. He was one of the top 3 tight end in the league since he's been here because of his height and he's fast. But we have like Noah said, we have way more weapons. We have a better O line. Better running backs. I'm hoping he can give us 4,500 yards at least. I do agree with we might have 3 receivers that go over 1,000 yards this year. I mean, because he can't sling that ball, and then we do have to utilize the run game as well as Noah said. with Kamara being out for 6 weeks, it's going to be tough. But, Jamaal Williams can be that receiving back and he can be that running back. So, I mean, it just all depends on what play is called and whose number is going to be called on.
Definitely, definitely. I totally agree with you as well, man. And the one thing that I would like to mention because I was listening to Derek Carr's interview. I forgot who the lady's name was, but it's one of the ladies that works for the Saints had like a 4 minute interview with him and asked, what are we getting in him? He says I'm gonna give it my all. Every game, want the locker room to know who I am. Want the Saints fans to know who I am and what I bring to the table. And he said the only thing that he thinks that he likes more about the Saints as well that's a little bit different than the Raiders, and especially with McDaniels at his head coach last year. He said he has more decision making at the line. He can make more adjustments. McDaniels would let him just making him run certain stuff. He wasn't able to call audibles and do his own thing. Now he can call his own protests and call his own audibles and all that at the line because P. Carmichael and Dennis Allen's going to give him, that power to let him run the offense, not just, let me just tell you this is the play and, I'm not going to let you change the play like McDaniel was doing. And that's why McDaniel's probably benched him for the last two games because, it wasn't working for him. His offense doesn't work with Derek Carr. But the offense that we have, I think it will work with Derek Carr. Like a guy like I feel like Derek Carr could be almost the next Drew Brees signing, where he could be the next Brees if he just does everything right, like Drew Brees did. Play smart with the ball, don't turn it over. You got a great defense, hit your people when they open. They're not there, try to scramble out the pocket and make some better plays. I think he can be that guy for us. But we'll move on to the next question, and I'll let Noah answer this one as well. Um, Knowing that basically AK is going to be most likely suspended, probably 4 to 6 games at the least, probably. Bringing in a guy like Jamaal Williams, man, was a great signing, right? And I'm gonna put this on the screen real quick before I ask Noah the full question. That Jamaal Williams has actually signed his deal, and this is what's the notification that we had. And it says that his deal with the Saints was for a 3-year deal worth 12 million, including 8 million fully guaranteed. So basically 4 million a year. And to me, I think that was a steal. So I guess my question for would be bringing in a guy like Jamal Williams to be the backup slash play alongside of Ava Kamara and probably play as your starter until Kamara does get back. Um, was that not a great option? Like probably one of the best options that we could have did, and was it not a steal move for us? For only 4 million a year after last year leading the league with 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't think there was a better option for us in the NFL this year. Not in the draft, not in trades, not in free agency, nothing. And to get such an exclusive running back who can catch, who gets in the end zone, who's downhill, who can break away speed for $4 million a year, it seems like it's not even true when you look at it. I expected it to be more like a $25 million for three years or something closer to that. I thought we'd be guaranteeing maybe 20 million. So when I saw the deal, I was like, there's no way this is like got to be April Fool's or something. It's no way we got this dude for this much money. He's going to have a little bit different role with us, I feel like, because, him and DeAndre Swift in Detroit kind of played the same type, same play style. They didn't really have to, they fed off each other. They ran the same plays, just depend on whose number got called. With Kamara, they're going to have two different play styles. So how do you game plan for a running back who will run you over and then break you off in speed versus Kamara who will just make you miss and can catch like a receiver? It's going to be, to get this dude for 12 million for 3 years is absolutely great, but it's going to make our play calling so much easier.
Definitely, definitely. Just to bring a guy like him on the field, man, like we said, he can easily run you over. He can easily break out to speed that people don't think he has. He can catch out the backfield, which I don't know if y'all noticed his numbers in the backfield, with reception kind of went down the last 2 years with the Lions because that ain't the type of offense they run, like with Aaron Rodgers and them. But to have a guy like Derek Carr, I think you probably might see more catches out the backfield because that's what the Saints do. They like to run screens here and there. So I think it would fit perfect. But I'm about to ask Steven, come on, let me know what your thoughts, basically the same question. What does, your expectation with Jamaal Williams this year? And, was it a steal to bring him in here for only about $4 million a year?
Yeah. For $12 million for 3 years, yeah, that's a steal 100%. We weren't really sure who we were gonna sign, but when I saw the notification about Jamaal Williams, I was kind of happy. Detroit probably wasn't because they probably wanted to resign him but didn't have the money or something. I don't know what the thing was over there, but DeAndre Swift he's good enough to be a one-back system over there, but he's gonna need somebody to back him up. But with us having AK and Jamaal Williams back there, I see our offense is gonna be a problem because you can line AK at the receiver and have Jamaal in the backfield, or they can both be in the backfield. So, at the same time, the offense is going to only get better. Our offense. I don't see – we may win 10, 11, 12 games this year because our offense is going to be unstoppable. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we average, 35 points a game, to be honest, with this high-powering offense. Plain and simple.
Definitely, man. Like I said, we got a very good offense. The question is, can we call the right plays? Can Derek Carr change the plays at the line of scrimmage, if he sees something different to help us get into the end zone? We know Derek Carr is probably, I think they said he's the second or he's first or whatever since 2016 to have the most comebacks ever as a quarterback. So he is a very successful comeback quarterback if you need him to. And if you really look at it, why did he have to come back? The defense was trash. He never had a top 20 defense. Top 20 is always 25 or below. It was so horrible there that he was having to come back every game, and he won a lot of those games. So I think to have him on a team that can have easily a top 5, top 10 defense for him is going to be outstanding with him, and he won't be having to have all the stress on him. And I think we're going to be putting up the points like y'all was saying. But to kind of get back to Jamaal Williams, basically to talk about him, bringing him in here, we all know he is a very, very funny dude. And, let me play the clip for you. Y'all already probably remember this clip.
First swag guy Kage, leader of the hidden village of the demon.
Man, this dude is hilarious. It's funny to have him around. And I told everybody on Twitter, I can't wait to see him and Jameis Winston in the locker room together acting a fool. And then somebody commented beneath that and said, don't forget about Cam Jordan. I said, oh, shit. I said, Cam Jordan, Jameis Winston, and Jamaal Williams all in the locker room at the same time is going to be funny. It's going to be fun as hell. But I also wanted to show a video real quick for anybody that might have missed the show the other day. And then I'm going to ask Noah about this. Having a guy like Jamaal Williams, we already know he's funny. A lot of people don't take him serious sometimes. Some people say, oh, well, he's only known for his 1-yard runs or 1-yard touchdown runs. And, when you heard his interview, he was basically telling everybody, I love people when they talk like that. I like to prove people wrong. I like to show people what I can really do. And he's always changing up his game every year because he don't like to be predictable. And it's good to hear stuff like that. But there's other parts of him that people don't know, and it's because it's never really on camera. But this one was actually caught on camera at the time. And this dude is really a great leader that people don't know about. Great leader. He has great passing for the game. And this was from one of the practices. It was from one of the practices when he was with the Lions. And I just want y'all to hear this out real quick and hear how emotional and passionate he is about the game of football and just about his teammates as it is.
I give up. Do not feel like you're tired. When you tired, think of last year and think of that fucking record. Every time I get tired or I think I can't go no more, I think of that fucking record. That ain't us. We can make it. We got to believe. We got to be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we got to put our fundamentals together. That's when we got to be more focused. When we tired, look across the field and see how tired they are. That should give you more effort. Be like, I'm going to beat his ass. I'm gonna get fundamentally strong. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. Cause if you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Let them on the fucking field. Have some heart. I get emotional about this. I'm about to cry because I care about y'all. Last year wasn't it.
And y'all hear it. Y'all hear the passion. The dude's about to get emotional and cry over his teammates because last season just wasn't the season for them. They wasn't talking about last season. That was the season before that where they kind of just sucked. And basically he was just saying that that season before last was not the greatest season. He knows they can do better. So like having him in the locker room, I feel like he's going to push out more of everybody. Like he's gonna get the best out of everybody. I really do think so. Like just the way the leader, what I heard from him. So I wanted to ask Noah this question. Having Jamaal Williams back there was a steal and all that, but the question is, with his goofiness and his funniness, to make the locker room more fun, make people around him, enjoy him even more. He also has that leadership side, and we just listened to that video. So hearing that, Noah, um, you know, what type of leader you think is, like to you? Like, do you see him, basically helping the Saints locker room and getting the best out of all of them?
Yeah, man, there's only one thing I could say after that video. I started putting on my cleats and my shoulder pads and everything. Like I was about to start playing. He had me so pumped up and ready to run through a brick wall that I don't know what he could do for an actual football team. I trust everything about Jamaal Williams, his character, his heart, his talent, everything. They always say hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. He has talent and he is willing to work hard. So I believe in everything about him. I believe he is an exact replica of what the city of New Orleans needs. We thrive on players like this. We love good character players, and that's kind of what we swarm around. I could see him being an all-time favorite Saints after this.
Yeah, man. And same way, man. When I first heard this video before, it was just me watching it. I started tearing up, and I'm like, why am I tearing up? And I'm like thinking to myself, like, man, I get emotional too. And to hear a guy like him be that passionate about the game of football, I just feel like he's about to bring all these Saints players and make them, you know, 10 times better than what they could be, because this him in the locker room is gonna make everybody um feel like they hear, he's gonna make them feel like a brother to him, and he's gonna get the best out of them. And basically I'm gonna ask Steven the same question, man. What do you think of Jamal Williams' leadership?
I think same thing Noah said when he said hard work beat talent when talent fails to work hard. Um, I mean, pretty much that's my favorite quote of all time. Um, to be to be a leader, it takes a lot. When Drew was being a leader, when Jonathan Vilma was being a leader, when we now have Demario Davis being a leader. I mean, the city is full of leadership, and that's what helps our team strive. Is when we won that Super Bowl against Peyton Manning and Tracy Porter picked it off. I remember I was screaming, crying. I was so happy. Like, I think the team is built around leadership, and that's what I like to see with people who come to in a team and help grow. It only makes everybody play better because we have more leaders, and the locker room gets more emotional about a loss or about a win. So I feel like it's going to bring the bet with him coming in. It's only going to help our leadership and our companionship, and you know it's going to help that locker room grow as a more as a family. And I hope great things come around for this year.
Yeah, man. I totally agree with you on basically, both of y'all's quotes and stuff. And speaking of a quote, I would like to, give this quote out to everybody, and this is to one of my uncles who just passed away, which is my uncle Benny. So rest in peace to your uncle Benny, man. He used to say this one saying every time I seen him, And this one saying that he used to say all the time was, "The more you learn, is the more you're gonna earn," and it's so true. The more things you know in life, the more you're gonna earn because you know more things, and the more you know, the more they're gonna pay you for stuff. Just like like in the locker room, the more you learn about this game of football, the more you learn how to love the team. The more you learn how to play the game of football. The more you learn how to make yourself better and all of that, man. Your earnings is just gonna go up because not only in money wise earning, but you're gonna earn everybody's respect around here in New Orleans because the Louisiana, man. We got that hospitality, and there's people fall in love with the city of New Orleans, man, and it's just hard to leave the city like this. But man, I see everybody in the chat, man. Who that to all of y'all right now? And I know y'all was asking about the link. We'll get y'all on in a little set in a few minutes. And put the link. Y'all can come chat it on with me, Steven, and Noah. But like I said, I just want to get a few more questions in with them, and ask them a few more questions about the free agency and stuff, and then we'll bring y'all on one by one, and y'all can talk to all three of us, ask us questions, communicate, and then once we hit a little bit over that hour mark, we'll probably end it because we got work in the morning. So basically, we'll go back to Noah over here. So Noah, this would be the next question for you. So we already got Derek Carr. We talked about him. We talked about Jamaal Williams. Those are your two big signings. Your quarterback and your running back. But now we saving somebody else now, and that is your weapon for Derek Carr, named Michael Thomas. He's been hurt these past few years, but we thought last year was the year that we was gonna see it all. But he did get hurt after week 3 or week 4. The same week that Jameis got hurt, he got hurt, and the same week that Jameis went out, he went out, and he was out for the rest of the season. Um, but don't forget, Michael Thomas was the one to recruit Derek Carr here. He said, "Thank you, Jesus, for us signing him." He's super excited to play with a guy like Derek Carr. So to bring a guy like him who was about to hit 30, 40 million cap hit this year for us, redid his contract, made it a 1-year restructure, so made it just a 1-year deal, prove it deal for about $10 million, but it can be up to 15 million in his incentives, if he hits his goals and stuff. So for a guy like that, shows that he loves the city of New Orleans. He wants to stay here. He wants to play here. To recruit a guy like Derek Carr to come here and to take a big pay cut from what he had because he hasn't played in a while, but to take a pay cut and basically say, "Put me on this 1-year proven deal, man." Really excites me. So Noah, I guess the question would be, bringing back Michael Thomas, on that 1-year prove it deal. Does that show you anything? Does that bring you any excitement knowing that you having number 13 can't go Mike back on the team?
Yeah, I think we can get excited about MT being back. I've noticed in sports, especially in recent history, there's nothing more dangerous than a man who has something to prove. He knows we paid him $100 million, and he's basically only gave us a handful of games. I feel like he feels like he owes the city something. He owes the fans something. He owes the Saints, which I don't feel like he owes us something because this is part of the game is injuries. But I am super excited for him to get on that field and absolutely prove that he's still one of the best. The last full season we seen him, I mean, he was breaking records left and right. I mean, we could have obviously had him for league MVP, not just most outstanding rookie of the year or whatever. We could have had him MVP of the league. So I expect Michael Thomas, who was on like a 10-week injury, and we've given him basically a year off to get that injury fixed. I don't expect no more injuries this year that have anything to do with that ankle, toe, cut the toe off, whatever you got to do. I don't expect any more injuries. So I expect Michael Thomas to have a very big year, and I'm very excited about it. And I think he has his quarterback now. He's ready. He's going to be locked in. Michael Thomas, 2024 MVP.
Totally agree with you, man, and that's what I'm hoping. We're hoping that he comes back this season, proves everybody wrong, show him that he is still the man. He is still the slant boy. But guess what? You can change the name from slant boy to the slant man because this dude's a man. He's about to prove everybody wrong. So I guess next up, we'll ask Steven the same question, man. So Steven, what is your thoughts on Michael Thomas returning and are you excited to see him back in the black and gold?
I'm very excited to see him because I always thought that he was faking the injury out there. But to be honest with you, I don't even know what's going on. But if he wasn't faking the injury, I'm glad he's back. We have a great quarterback now. I'm really, 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 really hoping for a good year from him. We need to see that record breaking year again because that was missed a lot. To be honest, other than that, like Michael Thomas can't guard Mike. Live up to your name.
Definitely, man. Michael Thomas, you need to get your name back for sure. Get your name back, and I know you can prove everybody wrong and show them that you're the slant man, not no slant boy. But at the end of the day, they just made you that name because they were just pissed off that they couldn't stop it. They knew it was coming. They still could not stop you, and that's why a lot of fans make fun of you and call you slant boy. But hey, if you know he was running a slant, why can't you stop the brother, right? So to have him back with a guy like Chris Olave, with a guy like Rasheed Shaheed, man, and to be honest with you, I don't think the Saints are done adding yet. And just to let everybody know, while we are talking, you know how some people were saying maybe we can bring in a guy that Derek Carr drew to, right? Which was wide receiver Matt Collins. Well, that's out the door now because Matt Collins just signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons, so he'll be playing with the Atlanta Falcons. So that's breaking news to y'all, just to let y'all know. But you know what's still on the table is signing, tight end that used to play for LSU and the Raiders, and he actually went and visited us. I think they said Saturday, but he's still touring other places. But Saints could be a spot for him, and Juwan Johnson could be a 1-2 punch at tight end. I think the other person, real quick too, they was talking about maybe his cap hit won't be too much, which is Hunter Renfro. They were talking about could be on the trade block. Could the Saints be a team to maybe trade for him to give another slot person, another good receiver that Derek Carr worked pretty well with. Besides last season, this wasn't that good, but that was under McDaniels as the head coach. So maybe that's why some of that Raiders was just looking so awful with because of McDaniels. You got all the weapons and you just look that terrible. So we'll see on how everything goes with that. But I guess the next question we'll ask Noah in a second will be basically the last one. And this is the reason why I wanted to bring this up last was just because you Noah and you Steven and everybody in the damn chat knows me. Jameis Winston is my dude. And I would have his back no matter where he goes. And I told everybody that he's probably gonna be gone because of Derek Carr signing. He's probably gone because of the way I said Derek, Dennis Allen treated him last season. Lying about his health and all that. And the Saints said, "Well, we'll give you a deal, and you got to restructure your contract though to stay here." And what happens? He actually resigns back on a really cheap deal to be your backup. And I'm gonna bring this up and show everybody on the screen. This was the reasoning behind why he stayed, and I'll read it to you. It says, "Why I came back." He put, "First, I love this city." He also said, "In all my professional career, I have never felt so culturally in tune with a fan base. The Saints fans that I have met have been incredible. Y'all have made me and my family feel at home. That is why last season was so disappointing to me. I want to see this team and city succeed. I know great things are ahead for this team and this city. I was led here by the Spirit, and that's why I would never run away from this new challenge. The things that led me here are still here: a stable organization, a championship caliber team, and a great fan base. This year's team, like last year's team, is built to win a Super Bowl. Let there be no doubt. I am still a championship caliber starting quarterback in this league. However, getting healthy and staying healthy is my number one priority, and I have suffered 3 devastating injuries over the last 2 years. So 3 of them, 3 injuries in the last 2 years, which kind of sucks for him. I need to stay healthy to assist this team and get into where we want to go. Most importantly, I need to stay healthy to get me where I want to go in my career. With that being said, I will serve and lead however I need to see this organization and city win. I am proud to say for one more year at least. Who that? So you heard that from me. reading it out basically for you. That's what Jameis basically told everybody why he made his decision to come back, and that's why I'm saving him as like the last question um of the thing, because I know Jameis is one of my favorite players and he was the starter, but hey, Derek Carr is here. Jameis is still here as your backup, so if anything happened to your starting quarterback, Derek Carr, you still got a great quarterback right behind him. So the question for would be, man, what was your reaction when you found out that Jameis was coming back? Because like we all thought he was gone. You and me even had this conversation before. We thought he was out of here.
Well, I guess the hard part for Jameis is the market's very small for him right now because of injuries. He hasn't been able to play, so when he played for the Saints, we did really well. But he hasn't had enough on field to get him to the next starting position. I feel like last year we would have done better once he was healthy if we would have put him back in. I think we could have beat the Cardinals. I think we could have beat the Panthers. We probably would have walked away with the Buccaneers game, maybe even the 49ers game in San Fran. There was a handful of games that were so close that a game changer like Jameis, who is risky and, takes shots, he might could have marched us into that last playoff seed. With that being said, like I said about MT, the injuries are part of the game. So I think his window of opportunity is shrinking. So as much as I love for Derek Carr to go out and hoop, I'm not opposed to if something happens to him, we get Jameis in a couple of these games. Or say let's just go 15-0 and let Jameis win out the rest of the season for us. I wanted somebody to show Jameis, or I want Jameis to be able to show us, hey, I'm still can hoop. Put me out there. Give me a chance. And for me as a fan, if Jameis can go to another team and be a starter, I absolutely want that for him because I will not be selfish and keep him here if he has a better opportunity. And I'll cheer for him as long as he's not playing the black and gold.
Definitely, man. Same thing here. Like I said, if he was playing against my Saints, yeah, I can't cheer for you, bud. And now I'm gonna be cheering for you every other game because he's one of my favorite quarterbacks to come into this locker room. Other than basically Drew Brees himself. But I'm gonna ask you, Steven, basically the same thing, man. What is your thoughts and what was your reaction knowing that hey, Jameis did come back after all that happened to him so far?
I mean, we want that eat that W mentality back. I mean, you also got to realize when he was in Tampa Bay, when he couldn't see, he threw for 5,000 yards. I mean, he is a starting quarterback anywhere. I think he can start probably anywhere in this league. Most likely, like 10, 15 teams in this league, he can be a starter. Most definitely. Like, um, I just I want to see what Derek Carr can do with this team. And then if he starts going on a little slump, Jameis, go do what you got to do. Go show the city what Jameis is. I mean, when you played last year, we was what 5-2. I want to say when you was starting quarterback, and then you had got hurt. I mean, hey, we could have been a Super Bowl. We could have been a playoff team last year, like 1 or 2 or 3 seed, and probably maybe would have made the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't even know what else to add because like Noah said it all.
Yeah, both two are just basically saying it all, man, covering everything that needed to be said. But since we got about 20 minutes left, y'all, we're gonna put the link in the chat. Let y'all come on one by one real quick. Come talk with me and Noah and Steven real quick. And basically, I'm gonna ask y'all the same question about the recaps of this free agency. What's y'all thoughts on everything? And I asked for y'all to be kind, be polite, and be kind of quick with it. Because we're gonna do one by one and have enough chances for everybody to have a shot at speaking with us before we end it. Because like I said, I'm gonna give y'all 20 minutes, so we'll stream for about an hour and about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna get out of this thing because we got work in the morning. So give me 1 second because I'm gonna put the link in the chat. All right, so link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top. Y'all come on here and come chat it away with us. By the way, hold on 1 second before I bring y'all on. Hold on. Alrighty, so we're about to bring on my brother Dwight. How you doing, Dwight?
Hey man, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
All
how you
right,
doing,
let's.
Dwight?
Oh man, I'm doing well, bro. Good to hear from you. It's been a minute, man. I catch you when I can catch you.
Yes, sir. And basically, I'm gonna ask you the same questions that I was asking, my friends and stuff, and you can chat it away too. And if you have any other questions, from me knowing Steven, you're more than welcome to answer those. But I guess the number one question is Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis cooking this offseason.
Hey man, they doing their thing. But you know what I realized about Dennis Allen, bro? Just like I said in the draft, he was cooking in the draft last year. So one thing is, one thing about them, him and Mickey, bro. They can recognize it, they can see it, and they don't take chances. They don't say, well, let me see if I can put this guy over here and put this guy over here to see what I can get from him. Nah, when it comes to Dennis one of those, hey, this is what I want because I think it'll work like this versus let me try and see if the guy works out. So that's my opinion on that. Yeah, bro, they cooking.
Definitely, man. They definitely cooking this off season. And basically the next question, moving on, was what is your I guess I can say what is your reaction to all of these big off season moves? Because didn't we just have a conversation right before right when the season ended that we ain't gonna go far because you got Dennis Allen here as your head coach. Nobody's gonna want to play for us. Nobody's gonna come here. And next thing you know, here comes Derek Carr. Here comes Jamaal Williams. Here comes Michael Thomas back to do a prove it deal. Here comes Jameis again out of nowhere. Like what is your reaction to all this? Isn't this like kind of a little shocking to you that everybody is still willing to come here?
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, I am kind of shocked. But after they got the Derek Carr thing done, I kind of figured that everybody else would everybody else light bulbs would come on, considering the fact that you know um, Derek Carr is a West Coast offense quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Pete
You're right
Carmichael
about
is
that.
Pete Carmichael is a West Coast offensive coordinator. The two quarterbacks we had before, and I don't get mad because I'm not picking on them, but the two quarterbacks we had prior to that, Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston, these are not West Coast type mentality guys. And when you think about it, you know, Jameis had to, a West Coast quarterback have to call protections, have to call changes, have to do all that at the line. That wasn't Jameis's strength. Not only that, a West Coast quarterback have to have the ability to go through his reads fast and check down. That wasn't one of Jameis's strengths. Then when it came to Andy Dalton didn't really have that West Coast in him at all. And he didn't have the ability to make the checks at the line. Something that, this is what Derek Carr does. Derek Carr, to me, is just not as accurate, but the boy has a mentality like Drew Brees that's have the ability to throw the ball further and can run,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you. Drew Brees is just deadly accurate. He just deadly accurate and he can read it and see it before it happens. But as far as my excitement, man, look, what you have that the other teams and not teams, but the other analysts are disrespecting, dude, Derek is dangerous. Derek is dangerous. And they will see that. And what you put around Derek, man, that makes Derek even scarier.
I totally agree with you. And basically to move on to the next question for you, the right, we talked about Derek Carr, we talked about the offseason move, are they cooking? And you was like, yes, you love the Derek Carr signing. Next up would be, what is your reaction, or what was your reaction when you first heard and you seen on the Twitter alert Jamaal Williams has signed a 3-year deal with the New Orleans
Bruh.
Saints?
Bruh. Bruh. When I, bruh. Bruh. When I, bruh. Think about this. You come out in a 3 running back set. All right. 3 running back with 83 actually in one of those, no, 3 receiver set with 83 as actually in a receiver set instead of a tight end set with 2 running backs in the backfield. Then you move Kamara out in motion to sit as that 4th receiver. And all you got back there is just Jamaal and a linebacker.
Right.
Bruh.
He running
That's
through that
dangerous.
linebacker.
Because first of all, they didn't change to a big set because of the fact that you came out with 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs. But then when that thing changed up and went to a 4 wide man set with a single back then, now you got Kamara on a linebacker.
Yep.
And now you got Jamaal, who when he played in Green Bay, as a receiver that can catch the ball out the backfield. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, even if you gave him the ball, this dude is coming out the backfield with power, speed, with the ability to make the right moves and get upfield, dude. Bro, that's just one scenario. And when we get to the goal line, our biggest problems was Andy Dalton was on the 4-yard line. We threw the ball 3 times because they had no faith in what we had in the backfield.
Right.
Bruh.
Just give it to Jamaal.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be scary back there with Jamar and Kamara back there.
Bro, whenever the Saints get to the red zone, think about this. Whenever they get to the red zone and you have 83 in a game with 13 in a game and Jamaal in a game, bro.
You don't know who getting the ball.
Bro. You don't. They can run on you, Mike and slant all the way to the goal line, and you can 83 can high top somebody, bro.
Yeah, it's about to be crazy. And they're right. By the way, my friend Noah said he had a question for you. I'm gonna let him ask you that question. Right?
Talk to me, my man.
All right. So looking at where we are now, where we were last year, what we've improved on, what's your expectations and what's your ceiling for this team this year?
All right. Well, my expectations as far as how many games we're going to win are just my personal expectations for our team in general.
Just expectations as far as
a team in
games
general?
won, playoffs, division, anything. Just what do you expect to see this team go for this year? Because sometimes on your first year, it's a struggle because you're still getting chemistry and everything. So what do you think we're going to be looking like?
Okay. I'm okay. This is what my expectations are. I expect Dennis to totally give it to Pete Carmichael so Pete Carmichael can have faith in what he's doing with Derek. Because number one, he should have that kind of confidence because he's like, okay, I got a kid that's pretty much been playing in the West Coast for 8 years, so he should have that type of faith. And with that being said, I'm expecting the chemistry to come together much sooner than last year and the year before, because now you don't have to have a quarterback to adjust to the system. He already knows it. So I'm expecting the chemistry to come together, and I'm thinking that the offense will be clicking maybe about game 4, maybe game 3, game 4, where they're clicking. And like last year, they really couldn't get it together in game 1 because you see the struggle. Well, in this season, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a few hiccups, but not those kind where it takes, the fourth quarter for you just to get on the same page. That's not what I'm looking for. My expectations for the team in general, I'm looking for them to go to the playoffs. because I don't want nothing less but the playoffs. Because to me,
Right.
in my opinion, Dennis, you won 7 games, and Sean Payton, let's be honest, won 8 to 9 games on your defense. Because Sean had no receivers either. He had Traquan Smith, he had Carr Callaway, and Michael Thomas was hurt. So he had nothing either. And so he just basically won the game on Dennis's defense. So, Dennis, I'm looking for you to at least get us to the playoffs with no problem, bro. Because guess what? Your defense is just that good because they should be gelled. I don't want no excuses on defense. They should be gelled. Everybody's back healthy. Everybody know you won't have Paulson Adebo on that side. You'll have Taylor on that side. We should be nice. So I'm expecting a playoff. And if they look like they did last year by game 7 or 8, it's time for him to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking I give him till week 5, get everything in game speed going. By week 5, I think we could see like a 2018 season where we go on like a 9-game win streak,
Right.
8 games, and then we'll just we'll just roll into the playoffs, win the division. No, I don't want to have to go to week 17, 16 saying, oh, these are must wins. I want to be set in stone. Let's go. Let's walk to the playoffs.
Yep, they already have their character. Exactly. And let me answer the last question right quick before you guys get there, because I know other guys want to come in and chime in and see what they got to say. Man, I think Jameis is bro, that dude is a class act, man.
Right.
That dude is a class act. And when you look at all the people that they're bringing in character type guys that come in with the look, it's either win or else. And I like that because you already have Tyrann Mathieu has that mindset. Derek Carr has that mindset. Williams have that mindset. Alvin Kamara thinks like that because Alvin told the team last year, yo, this is not even us. You know, and Cam deserves that, bro. Cam deserved to have these kind of guys. DeMario Davis is like that. So everybody that's coming in, they're bringing in character guys, man. And like I say, Jameis Winston, bro, that's a class act, man. So I don't want to take up all y'all guys' time because I know other people want to go, but I love you guys, bro. I have questions, but I love you guys. I'll be
Right.
listening.
Hey, they're right. You can stay on and ask the questions, and we'll because there ain't nobody in here. Nobody. You're the only one that actually joined, so we only got like 8 minutes left. So for
Okay,
the
cool.
next 8 minutes, I'll let you stay on. Since you're the only one. But I do want to address something in the chat. And my boy Trill1 said 9-game win streak ? Laughing faces. Trill, you see the talent on the team. You see the defense. You see the offense we got right here. And we're probably going to be adding more weapons to the defense and the offense before, free agency ends and, with the trades and drafts and all that. And you put in laughing faces 9-game win streak. But have you looked at the schedule, my brother?
Oh
If
my
you go
God, the
look at the
schedule is
schedule,
terrible.
it's terrible for us, bro. It's like the
It is
easiest schedule.
terrible. I'm like, wait, who are we playing like against the college? I mean, dude, everybody on our schedule. I'm like, I said the same thing to my son. I was like, bro, did you look at this schedule? He said, bro, that schedule is like piss poor, man. I don't think that. He said, if we lose any of these games and none of them are close, he said, then it should be fired.
Right.
Yeah, so give me 1 second because I am pulling up. But you can ask the questions for us, and we'll answer them and stuff like that. But I wanted to pull up the Saints schedule real quick for 2023 and post it on here for people can actually see the schedule. Like if you really look at the teams, most of these teams that we are set to play or first of all, you're playing your divisional rivalries, twice a year. So that's 6 6 games right there. And you're playing other teams that are still looking to rebuild, that are just rebuilding, which means they gotta get a lot more stuff just to even get on, the Saints level and stuff like that. So let me put this on here. But yeah, ask your question, the right ask your questions that you have.
Okay. To you guys, I mean, because I know where my excitement lies, because I always start off with the glass half full. I'm always being optimistic. What do you think when you think about the concept of on defense, besides the D line, which all those are going to be plugs, Lattimore and Alontae Taylor? Who is the quarterback going to throw the ball to?
So I think
Alante
it's
Taylor.
going to be a free for all in that secondary for us. You got Alante Taylor. He can guard your fast, you're powerful, you're demolishing receiver. Then you can. I would be tired being a receiver going against the Saints. You're gonna.
Right.
You got Tyrann Matthew up back there, Marcus May.
Right.
You got Taylor. You got Adebo. You got Lattimore. Then you have to get the ball rid of the ball fast enough before Demario Davis gets to you or Pete Warner. I'm not saying we have the greatest secondary by any means, but I definitely think it's getting a lot harder to throw the ball on the Saints than it has been in the past. Our secondary has in the past couple of years, our secondary hasn't been the most structured or most non-injured. But if we stay healthy this year, it is going to be very hard to throw the ball on the Saints.
I agree.
Man, when I looked at last year and I heard people say that Chris Richard was the reasoning behind keeping the Debo in because of what's it called? I guess because of his his respect. He was there for 2 years, and I'm thinking to myself, wait, did you not just see Alante Taylor shut down everybody that Lattimore was going to play against? How could you not start that kid?
Right.
That is crazy. After I saw Adebo get burnt that one time over the top, I would have been like, hey, I need you to get dressed for next week. I just don't see it. So
Yeah, and by the way, this is the schedule on here. And by the way, I didn't know Drew one you was a Panthers fan. Okay, so you telling me I'm sleeping on the Falcons and the Panthers? Well, first of all, who are the Panthers got drawing the ball to their players right now? Andy Dalton, who we had last year, who didn't barely win us no games, and Matt Corral, and whoever you draft, which is who you think, Drew. If you are a Panthers fan, who you think y'all going after with that number one pick now?
well
CJ
they
Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young. Who you think y'all gonna get? And then the Falcons, you only got Ritter, who didn't do nothing against us last year, and I think Taylor Heineken. So, and the Bucks got Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. So, it ain't that we sleeping on nobody. It's just that we don't think they competition right now. Like, could they in rebuild mode? We in win mode. And you look at the schedule, right? Look at the home games. The home games, the only 3 games that I think is going to be a really good fun games to watch and going to be a competition a lot
New
is
York.
the Lions, the Jags, and the Giants because they all, rebuild the last few years and looking really good, the past few years. Bears, they got a lot of good players now, but we got to see their chemistry finally build. They still got to get that good. So I think that's going to be a W for us. But when you go
And
to
that
the away side, the only other team that really questions me right now is the Vikings because they beat us last year. No more Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay. The Texans are still in rebuild mode. Patriots are kind of effed up. The Rams are rebuilding, releasing everybody. The Bucks are the Bucks. Panthers and the Falcons are in our division. Like I said, I got to see who they're going to go after. And the Colts are still in rebuild mode. So I'm saying you got a really good, easy schedule currently right now. And I see Drew said he thinks CJ. Okay, so you think you're going to get CJ Stroud. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but but when it comes to receivers, I know the Panthers signed Thielen, and even though the Panthers
they
signed,
have no more DJ Moore either.
yeah, th- even though they signed Thielen, you still have to put somebody over there to complement him. So, see, this is what we're saying. And dude, no disrespect to the Panthers because the Panthers has a nice defense. They always played us hard, and it's pretty much the teams that's in your backyard, which they got a new coach and a new offensive coordinator, which is going to take some time for that to work itself out. You already know that takes about 6 to 8 games before it works itself out. But this is my question to you. Remember who we have in our secondary, and you don't have a receiver on your team. And I say this out of respect, that can literally manhandle Lattimore or Alante Taylor. That's respectfully. You just don't. Atlanta don't. The Bucks don't. And the Bucks got like one of the best receiving cores, and they couldn't do it. and they had Tom Brady.
Right. Amen to that.
So that's my point. Let's not even talk about our offense because our offense need time to gel. I respect that. I respect your defense, but that's my point. My point is not too many people can do it on their side of the ball with their offense. So if we can hold you to 10 points, I hope you don't think you're going to hold us to 10 points this year.
Right.
Yeah, and especially just to kind of touch up on that, Drew. By the way, I did see you put in there that Sam Darnold swept this. First of all, Baker Mayfield beat us game one. Terrible, by the way, terrible. Um, with a hurt Jameis with 4 fractures in his back, shouldn't have been playing, but we still played. We lost, and then we played y'all at the end of the season with Andy Dalton, who I told y'all that's who y'all got now. Andy Dalton, you're gonna find out ain't the dude. Um, and this thing, we held y'all to like 20, 30 passing yards, and we still lost because of a guy named Deontay Foreman, I think his name is, because CMC got traded this past season, and Deontay Foreman was y'all guy, and now he's gone. And I think he joined the Bears or somebody. I forgot who he joined.
Yep.
But he joined somebody, so y'all lost y'all running back too. So I'm saying, y'all, like, I understand your part where you said, well, we got to, same thing as Derek Carr. He's got to get the chemistry. Totally fine. But everybody else is still the same. Y'all whole receiving core, running back, quarterback, everything is new.
Brand new.
Ours is all still locked in besides just the quarterback. That's the only new guy. And running back, Jamaal Williams. But I feel like running backs don't really have to get the chemistry as much if you're running. And Jamaal Williams more of that running back instead of a receiving back. But like I said, y'all going to be good in a year or two because y'all got a lot of good picks. You just got your first pick, which I said, I think, to be honest with you, Drew, like you said, CJ, I think CJ is y'all best bet. Out of this draft, him or Bryce Young, you can't go wrong with either way. But I'm hoping, Drew, I don't know if you're looking at this. Do you think your Panthers gonna take a risk at Anthony Richardson? Because they saying they comparing him to like a Lamar / Cam Newton.
Oh,
And
that's
remember
right.
y'all loved Cam Newton. So I was saying I wonder if y'all gonna take a bite on him at pick 1 and trust a guy like Anthony Richardson. But we'll definitely see. But before we get into any more talking real quick, I would like to tell everybody in here, thank y'all for watching this so far. If y'all haven't already, can y'all just hit the like button for your boy and also hit the subscribe button if you are new. Also, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the podcasts we do and videos as well. But back into the talking, like I said, we'll talk for a little bit longer because we have a big crowd tonight. We got 57 of y'all watching. Hopefully we get at least 50 likes tonight. So like I said, smash the like button for your boy. But look at this. We got some Falcons fans. We got some Panthers fans. We got them all up in here. Demetric Thomas, man. He said,
Also,
rise up to y'all, man, and
but
do that.
but Juby, he did bring up a good point. They did bring up they did get signed Miles Sanders, and then he was talking about J.C. Horn. I'm sorry, but J.C. Horn is terrible. Olave is burning that man. Like, to be honest, Olave is probably one of the youngest receivers right now, and he might be one of the fastest. He might
Yeah.
be a Tyreek Hill in the coming.
But look, I do like y'all signing of Miles Sanders. But the only thing that I'm worried about with a Miles Sanders back there, y'all, is why did the Eagles let him go if he was good? Why did they
Right.
trust a? Why was they giving the ball more to a guy named Kenneth Gainwell and Barton Scott, who the Saints used to have, and kept those two on the roster and signed a guy named Rashad Penny from the Seahawks? So I mean, something must have been up with a Miles Sanders. I hope the best for him. Because he's going to a different team. So what I'm saying. I hope the best for him, but we'll have to see. By the way, we do have somebody waiting to come on real quick. Let him come on and chat it up with us for a little bit, and let's see. Let me find the damn video because it's the easy video. Y'all know who it is. If I'm looking for the video, y'all know who it is.
Jerry.
Y'all know who it is. We're about to bring the old freaking G on here. The one who will bring those subscribers to you. Jerry!
Jerry. Oh my God. Was that the longest breathing that you had to do, Hoodie?
Hell yeah.
You must have like an echo
You must have like a long distance echo button that you press or something, bro. Oh my God. What's up, Hoodie? What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Jerry, man? How you doing tonight?
Doing good. How about y'all?
Doing good so far.
It's the OG. What's up, boy?
What up, DeRay? What's up, bro?
Oh, come on now.
I know
man.
you're super stoked, bro.
Bro, I'm down here.
After these signings, man.
Bro, I'm down here in Florida ready to start fights, man. When I go back to work, it's on.
Well, I got news for you. You ain't got to worry about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers ain't gonna do nothing because they're back down to earth. So
they rebuilding, man. Jack Squad.
Just splash some Saint colors over there. They won't even know.
What y'all? What up, OG? What up, Hoodie?
What up?
How are
OG you? Stoner.
What up, Stoner?
Stoner, how are you, sir?
Chilling, bro. You already.
Come on.
Well, Jerry and Stoner, y'all the last two that haven't really answered any of the questions that we basically went over earlier with my boy Noah and Steven. By the way, Noah is right next to me, and he was doing a podcast with us earlier on his phone, but it died. So he's gonna be right next to me. He can hear y'all, and if y'all have any questions for Noah, he'll answer those as well with y'all. But basically, we'll let Jerry go first, and then Stoner. I might ask y'all both, the questions. So Jerry, this is for you. Is Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis, have they been cooking this offseason with the moves?
Well, recently, right now, Hoodie, I'd say yes, because these moves that we just witnessed this past week, well, actually the last 2 weeks, because we already know about David Carr signing, we got that. And then this past week, we lost some players and we kept some players and got some new players. And I'm like, hey, I love it. And I see a Falcon fan in the chat. Y'all welcome. So have fun with that. Have fun with Anyamata and Ellis
and Caden Ellis
and Nielsen
Ryan
over
Nielsen.
there.
Yep. Some great signings for them, trust me. But that is one thing. At least we got some other fans in here, especially from our own division. It's fun to have Falcons fans, Panthers fans, Bucks fans, even if y'all not even in the NFC South. If you're different, you support a different team, it's always fun to have those type of people in here because once, the people that you see on here, and the people in the chat, once we discuss so much about the Saints and stuff, we look for other people from different teams to come in, and put it in the chat. Or if y'all like to, the link is you can click the link at the top and come chat it up with us, but keep it clean when you're on here. But it's fun talking with other, fan bases about football because you can ask Noah, you can ask Steven, you can even ask Jerry and DeRay. I just love talking football and I just love being on here. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, doesn't matter what fan base you're, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications for you can join these live podcasts and you don't miss out on them and on the videos, and hit that like button for your boy. But Stoner, it's your turn now, man. What your thought about Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis? Are they cooking this off season for you? Have they been cooking?
I give them a B plus down there A, but they doing good, bro. They got Jamaal Williams. They signed interior players, bro. They doing good. Only thing I can say they can do better is just, bro, Dennis Allen need to go fly to wherever CGJ at, go kiss his feet, go kiss his hand, do something, and throw a bag at him, man. Bring him back to the Saints, man. If they can do that, bro, this is an A plus all season, bro.
Wait, so who was the one you wanted to? You said who was the one you wanted to see bring back?
CGJ. I want the dude I got on the picture, CGJ, man.
Oh yeah. He already got signed.
Oh, who he get signed by?
He went to the Lions. He went to the Lions.
I was about to say, yeah, man. I was about to say, going to play for the Lions.
Yeah, that must have just happened then.
Yeah, about an hour ago. About an hour ago, it happened.
Hey, Hoodie, could I do something real quick?
Yes,
I know we got Falcons fans and Panther fans in the chat, but I'm gonna speak this right here. Don't go overboard. Don't. You might want to lower your expectations on this upcoming season because we don't know who's going to win the NFC South. But I know it's not going to be Carolina. I know it's not going to be Atlanta. It's going to be us. it's going to be New Orleans. So, I like your expectation, but lower it
Hold
just
on,
for
hear me out
now
too.
because we in March right now.
By the way, Jerry, I want them to hear me out too. So, D Moore, I see you're a Panthers fan, and Trill Once a Panthers fan, and we got Demarius, who is a Falcons fan. But guess what? Falcons fans, Panther fans, we can all hate each other as much as we want, once it comes football season because, we are rivalries. But guess what? There is one thing. There's one thing that we all can agree on.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks ain't going nowhere now. We can all agree on that. No more Tom Brady. Everybody's leaving. Everybody's leaving. So, at least we can say that. We got to be nice once a Bucks fan come in here. We got to be sweet and nice to them. But,
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all being here so far.
Hoodie, we'll be nice to them as long as they ain't got Tom Brady down there no more.
For sure. Jerry, so that.
Like I said, we respect each other's teams and all that good stuff, but we have fun and all that great stuff. But when it's game time in the football season,
So, Mr. Jerry, you're gonna be with the next question, and then we'll let Stoner go after you again. So I asked them, all these people were cooking, and y'all were saying, yeah, they cooking this off season. Now the next thing was the Derek Carr signing. We brought him in here. By the way, I didn't get to show everybody earlier, but Derek Carr contract signing. This was, the alert back then when Ian Rappaport said that he agreed to a 4-year deal for $150 million with $100 million guaranteed. He gets $70 million effectively fully guaranteed. $60 million after the signing. So y'all can see it right there. Bringing in a guy like Derek Carr, is definitely an upgrade over Andy Dalton from last year. Might be a little upgrade over Jameis. Some people say Jameis is better. Some people think Carr is better. So it just depends on, it's your opinion. But Jerry, to bring a guy like Derek Carr into the locker room now, especially a guy like Michael Thomas, coming back for him, because he wanted to play with him. And just to have a quarterback that can run that West Coast type of offense and can change the plays that he wants, at the line of scrimmage, what is it like, and what was your reaction when you seen that, hey, he's finally officially a New Orleans Saints for you?
Hey, like I said before, Hoodie, everybody been talking about Carr coming down to New Orleans and for weeks, and now weeks later you got him, and he just did his press conference last Saturday. So hey, I love it, 100%. I love it. But for 4 years, I think he going. And another thing, and I'll let DeRay have the next one. When I saw that Derek Carr signing, everybody was expecting it. And I'll say this: you're gonna have different Saints fans that will love this decision, and some that's not gonna love it. But overall, we got another quarterback, and we got him for 4 years. So let's see how this rides up, bro. So I love it.
Definitely, I love it too. And now Stoner, this would be the same question for you, man. Basically the same thing I asked Jerry.
Yep. I'm I'm with OG, man. I'm 100% in, man. All that I can do is have high hopes, man. But I got my little spectacles. I'm wondering how Derek Carr gonna perform, but everybody gonna have their wonders, bro. But I think he's gonna be good, bro. I got faith in him, man. So I'm just put it in DA hands, man. Put it in their hands and Pete Carmichael's. And hopefully they can get something going, man.
For sure. And I see D Moore in the chat, my man. He's a Panther fan. He said Carr had a lot of weapons with the Raiders and still didn't get it done. Don't get your hopes up. Well, D Moore, tell me his weapons besides, okay? I need your thing on here. Besides Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller when he was healthy, if he was even healthy, last year. Besides those players and a shitty-ass McDaniel coach who ain't a good head coach already, basically don't run the same thing that Derek Carr likes to run. What other weapons did he have before that? Before Devontae came last year and all that, who was really there for him? Besides Josh Jacobs too, But before all that, who did he have? By the way, just to let you know too, he never had a top 20 defense. Top 20, not even that. He always had a 25 and below. His defense was booty cheeks. Now he's getting him a top 5, top 10 defense to work with. He's getting him a Michael Thomas, a Chris Olave. By the way, I don't think we've done adding weapons yet either. He's got AK and Jamaal Williams in the backfield. Like,
Yep.
so what? And by the way, he did say in an interview that he is allowed to do, to run the offense from the line of scrimmage, which means, like a West Coast offense, he can adjust the offense at the line if he needs to. Under McDaniels last year, he wasn't doing that type of offense. He wasn't allowed to. So to say that, he had these weapons and he didn't get it done, maybe you should look at all the weapons he really had over these years and look at the defense he had.
Hootie, can I just say this to the people that actually make that comment because they just making a comment because they feel or believe they just want to make a comment, bro? If Derek Carr would have went to any other team, if he would have been at the Panthers, guess what they would have said? Every media in the world would have said, "Okay, the Panthers got their chance." If he would have went to the Bucks, oh my God, the Bucks going back to the Super Bowl. If he would have went to Atlanta, you would have had a whole new narrative. Why? Because he come to the Saints. Now let's see what the Saints are going to offer him. Number one, he get the chance to go back into a West Coast offense that he played for 9 years, other than the one he played in last year. Number two, he have 2 deadly running backs. Number three, he have a very nice tight end. Number four, he got 2 speedy receivers that'll take the top off. And number four, he has Michael Thomas, the best possession receiver in the NFL, to be honest with you. And number five, last but not least, the boy got an O-line, something he never had. I'm sorry, what's the problem?
Talk to him, right?
I mean, help me out.
Right.
Hey, he did say it. D-Moore did come. D-Moore did comment. He did say you got a point. He didn't have a solid defense as well. Yep.
And the thing about it is, I just want to say, you beat us by 3 points last year with no offense. You think you're going to get that chance this year? And that goes to anybody who's on the podcast. You think you're going to get that chance this year? Because guess what? If we get to the red zone, that's 6.
Facts.
Yep. Hey, to be honest with you, Smoke,
We got fans right now.
I see what Smoke said. He said every wide receiver Carr played with, they were productive. I can see if they wasn't, though. But guess what? Is it really that they really that productive? Or was it because Carr made them productive, made them a name? Because remember, a lot of people used to hate on Drew Brees, in our division. But look at the receivers he's had. He made them big name receivers. They got their bread, went to a different team, and was never the same. So I think Derek Carr was doing the same thing with the people he had, was productive because that's what he had. He had to work with it. He made them look good. So you always got to think about that too.
And bro, also think about it like this: if you look at the offense that he ran last year with the kid from with the guy from New England, he had 1 check down, and every other route was a long route that developed. The West Coast offense isn't like that. The West Coast is slanting like crazy. And the thing about it is, when we played against everyone year before, let's say year before last, we had no receivers that can get separation. This year, all our receivers can get separation. Wait. I didn't stutter. Let me say it again. This year, like last year, all our receivers can get separation. Whether you got them guard them man to man or whether you got a safety over the top, they still ask Jalen Ramsey. So I'm trying to find out what the problem, especially with a quarterback that's deadly accurate. If we gonna talk football, not feelings, talk football.
Now, AKA the scientist, I agree with you. He did have Amari Cooper, but how long did he have him? Not long, because he left. 1 or 2 years or whatever. That's the crazy part. The Raiders never kept their good players. So Derek Carr is the only player they kept, and he was playing with shitty people. Besides the last 2 years, they finally, went and got him some weapons. Like a Josh Jacobs been there for years. And then you brought in a guy like Devontae Adams last year. You had a guy like Darren Waller, who's been in and out of injuries. You know, you brought a guy like Hunter Renfrow, who had a good year, and last year had a down year. So, like, he never really had that. And like I said, his defense has always been so crappy that I think they said he's the number one quarterback in the league right now with the most comeback wins ever, just because he has to come back from these wins because their defense is so booty cheeks. But man, Jerry and Stoner, y'all was the only two that wasn't been able to answer the other questions earlier. So we did talk about the Derek Carr and everything. But let me ask you this one, Jerry and Stoner. What's your thoughts on? I'm gonna let Jerry go first. What was your thoughts when you seen that the Saints had brought in and signed Jamaal Williams, who is going to be sitting in the backfield with Alvin Kamara? What was y'all big reaction to that? And I don't think Jerry was here, so Stoner, you was here. I'll let you answer that one first while Jerry wait for Jerry to come back.
Man, I was so happy, bro. I thought it was fake news for real when I see Jamaal Williams side. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what? I had to check ESPN, all that. Because I didn't think it was real. Like, the Saints making good moves in the off season. Like the past, I ain't gonna lie, the last two off seasons, these off seasons been lit. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I can say about DA. He know how to hit free agency.
Oh yeah, definitely. He definitely knows how to do that.
I said that earlier. I said one thing that I can respect about the man when it came to free agency, he wasn't trying players. He wasn't like, okay, let me get this player here and let me see how well he works over here. He wasn't pulling that Sean Payton, I want to try to see if this works because, no, he didn't do that. And I can respect that.
Thanks. Okay. Sweet, man.
Welcome to Jeopardy. Hooded Jube edition. But I guess since Hoodie is on mute, I got a question for you fellas. After these recent free agency moves the Saints did, do you expect to see some more coming up like later this week or the next 2 weeks, or what do you think?
I don't think we're done quite yet because
yeah.
I saw that they visited that guy.
The guy,
yeah, him from LSU. I hope
Moria,
they sign him.
his name is Moria or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they sign him because of the fact that I'm not too sold on Trotman. He just haven't been the guy that we expect him to be. So
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to start laughing, but my boy Demetri Thomas, he's a Falcon fan. He said, I guess there's no more need for Taysom Hill anymore, right? No, we're still gonna use Hill on y'all. I know y'all praying that Hill wasn't gonna do nothing against y'all Falcons fans anymore, but yes, we still got him. We're still gonna use him. Demetri Thomas. A good one though. That was a good one.
And you go get a large dose of him. Don't worry.
A huge large dose of him.
Yeah, you're still gonna get him. But Jerry, it's your turn. So, what was your thoughts on the Jamaal Williams signing?
Once again, Hoodie, 100% A+. I love it. Because when Homeboy got up to that podium when he got signed, man, let me tell you, that talking about entertainment, that dude was fun to watch. When he stepped up there on that podium Friday, Homeboy was wearing a doggone Pokemon skull hat.
He was in an Eevee hat.
Man, that dude was crazy, man.
And they love it.
Freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
and
But
and
speaking
they love
of,
him.
oh, by the way, yeah, you can go with that, right? You can go.
No, I was just saying, and all the analysts love him.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. And speaking of Jamal Williams, by the way, for anybody that was late to the show or haven't seen any of the other videos, Atlanta fans, which is Demetric, Trill, and D Moore, who are Panthers fans, I just want to let y'all know. You already know about AK. Y'all know he's a troublemaker. Y'all know Taysom Hill is a good runner. Da 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 da. But guess what? Taysom Hill got his buddy, his old college room teammate named Jamar Williams coming here, and I just want y'all to hear him and let y'all know y'all better fear this guy.
First swag guy Kage, leader of the hidden village of the demon.
Yeah, you better fear that guy, all right? And I know I'm being funny with that. I know I'm being funny with that, okay? I know I'm
Don't
being
let these
funny.
tears fool you.
Yeah, don't let these tears fool you, because this is the real leadership and the passion of a football player he is right here. Just hear it out, Panthers and Falcons fans.
I give up. Do not feel like you tired. When you tired, think of last year and think of that fucking record. Every time I get tired or I think I can't go no more, I think of that fucking record. That ain't us. We can make it. We gotta believe. We gotta be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we gotta put our fundamentals together. That's when we gotta be more focused. When we tired, look across the field and see how tired they are. That should give you more effort. Be like, I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm gonna get fundamentally strong. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. Because if you go piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the big dogs eat. Let them on the fucking field. Have some heart. I get emotional about this. I'm about to cry because I care about y'all. Last year wasn't it.
Yes, that's who we got in the backfield next to Kamara. Hyping up the locker room, hyping up him. And I don't know if y'all remembered Panthers and Falcons fans, but he was the touchdown rushing leader last year with 17. So to add him to the backfield is just amazing.
Whew. And
The message that y'all know what the Panthers did. Jamal.
All I can say, Hoodie, is we Saints fans approve this message by Jamal Williams.
Yes, we approve this message.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
And Stoner, I'm gonna ask you the question now, unless you answer it, and then Jerry can go next, because it was the question we did ask you, but y'all wasn't answering. But the question is, what is your thoughts now, knowing that you got Michael Thomas back? He's re-signed and he's on a prove it deal. Basically a $10 million per year prove it deal. Saying, hey, I'm gonna show y'all who I am.
Yeah, I like it, bro, because it's gonna show him if he got it in him, if he's got something left in the tank, if he can show it and prove it, and if the season go well, extend him and keep it rolling, bro.
Mm-hmm. What's about you, Jerry? Same question. You can answer that question as well.
Yeah, I'm tagging along with OG Stoner. I'm right there with you, bro. I love it.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Gotcha. And then I guess last but not least, Stoner, you go first, and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
What was y'all thoughts when y'all found out that Jameis Winston said, I am coming back to New Orleans as a backup, 1 year deal?
I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think we going to the playoffs, bro. Like, it's all written, bro. Our team's good, bro. We got a deep roster, bro. Like, we deep. So, that's how I feel, bro. Are we deep, man?
What about you, Jerry? What was your thoughts on the Jameis Winston saying, I'm returning on a 1 year deal as your backup?
Hoodie Jube, I got 3 words for you. Eat them dubs. That's a W. I love it.
Eat them dubs, huh?
Yep.
Yes, sir. But by the way, my boy, aka the scientist, in the chat, my man. I see you arguing with a lot of people over here, and I see that y'all arguing about the Derek Carr. You're saying he's got to earn people respect. You're saying Kirk Cousins got more playoffs wins than him. That Prescott got more wins than him. The Raiders was a good team before Derek Carr. They got more Super Bowls. Yeah, they got more Super Bowls, but that was back in the era days when they won them Super Bowls. It ain't like um, they were winning Super Bowls right before Derek Carr got there. Like they were just the best team. And you got to realize he's on a better roster team. He is with a top 5, top 10 defense. Really great weapons around him to succeed, and he's in a better offensive play, like the right said earlier, right? The right, he is more of a
Yes,
West
sir.
Coast type of offense that can make adjustments at the line, unlike some of the stuff that they ran with McDaniels and stuff last year. It was just wasn't his type of play style, and now
Right.
he's going into his strength of his strength that he knows what makes him better. He's got that around him now. And not only does he have, a guy like AK, Michael Thomas, and all them, but now you got Jamaal Williams going over here. You got your two speedsters on the outside that can burn people and kill people over the top, and Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. You got your blanket guy and Michael Thomas. You got Juwan Johnson, who can be another blanket, because remember, Derek Carr does do good with tight ends as well. So I'm saying he's basically set up for success. And if
You
Derek
know,
Carr doesn't, come and perform like we think he does, then you can say some stuff about him. But I still gotta show respect to him, because it ain't like he's a bad quarterback. He almost averaged, like, I think 4,000 yards per season, and he did bring them to a playoffs. And you got to realize this team has never been a top 20 defense, and that's pretty hard to bring a team with a 25 defense in the league. Your defense is ranked 25th in the league, and you still got that team to the playoffs. That's pretty impressive.
well, let's just say this. How many quarterbacks in the NFC South today has brought back who has more four-quarter wins than Derek Carr? Whether they start or whether they're on the bench. How many NFC South teams have any that has more four-quarter comeback wins than Derek Carr?
Nobody.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Wait.
You know what? And I got another thing for those who say, well, Derek Carr, when he played for Oakland, before he got there, Oakland was a winning team. Dude, look, that was during Marcus Allen days. And not only that, how many spaceships that were manufactured that was built with rear view mirrors?
Damn right.
So I feel like this. If the spaceship that go to the moon ain't looking back, neither the hell am I. I'm telling you, all I'm speaking from is what I got on my team and the talent that I know that is surrounding him. And
I need to know this. I need to know this. AK, the scientist. You come on my show a few times. You've been on Keeping It Real, Who That podcast. Basically, why don't you click the link for me? Come let us know. Come chat it up with us. Come give us your opinion.
That's what AK saying. That's my boy.
He basically hating on Derek Carr. He's basically hating on Derek Carr right now.
AK, you can't be doing that, man. You gotta have faith, man.
Oh, bro.
Saying that AK's gotta earn people's respects. Come on, AK.
See, my
you
thing is this, and y'all know where I stand. Number one, I call it like it is. Number two, when it comes to football, I don't talk from my feelings. I talk from what I've seen in the game. Last year, think about this. Last year, we had no quarterbacks that was able to go to the line and call out protections. So we made the center call out protections. And what happened when the center got hurt? Now we moved 51 over to the center to the center position. And now we got this kid trying to call out protections for a quarterback who's running one play that is given to him. Jameis,
y'all talking about trash teams. The Jacksonville Jaguars picked first in the last year's draft, and they won a playoff game with Trevor Lawrence. When has Derek Carr did that?
But I got a question for you. Last year we had Andy
in the draft.
Okay, hold on. Last year we had
game the next season.
All right, hold on. Hold on a second. Answer this question. How many teams went to the playoffs that had no defense and won?
Well, the Giants, what kind of defense did they have? Where was they ranked at?
The Giants?
Yeah. Where was their defense ranked?
The Giants defense was ranked pretty high last year.
Was it higher than the Saints? Let me look it up.
You're talking about this. You can't compare the Giants to the Saints.
No,
we're talking about.
Look up their defense.
No, we're talking about. You can't compare that. You have to compare the Giants to the Raiders.
Raw, bro. They got decent defense, bro.
Let's see.
Yeah.
See, because what you're comparing is okay, let's see what's going on when you have a team. Well, let's do it like this.
Okay.
Tom Brady last year. All right, hold on. Tom Brady last year had an offense and a defense and couldn't do anything.
The Giants
about
were
it.
like not even top 10 in points scored.
See,
1, 2,
3, but see,
4, 5,
again,
7,
what you're
8,
comparing
9,
is
10,
apples
11,
to
12,
oranges.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They were like the 18th ranked defense in total points allowed.
Okay, now
That's not even the top 15.
Okay, but look at Derek Carr and tell me what he had. Where was
They
his
had a middle of the
defensive
pack
rating?
defense, bro. And they won a playoff game.
Wait. You can't say
Well, look,
he had
they
a middle
spent the
of
money
the
on
pack
the
defense.
offensive side of the football. They spent their money on the offensive side of the football.
Okay. So what do you?
You got to play with who your GM put out there.
Okay. So I ask you a question. How many
You're the one
teams
making
you
30
have?
mil. He's the one making 30 mil, not the corners,
But
not the linebackers. He's the one making 30, 40 million.
Okay, so let's say this. Tampa Bay had an offense and a defense, and what happened?
They made the playoffs.
That's my point. So now you're going to compare him to a guy that never had no defense. You know, you don't like a guy that had no defense.
It's 53 people on the roster. How many quarterbacks been drafted after Carr and won a playoff game? Brock Purdy already won a playoff game before this man.
Does he have the same roster?
Dude, I know you are not. Wait. I know you are not comparing Block.
In the win column.
Wait. I know you're not comparing San Francisco's defense with the rookie quarterback. Are you seriously doing that?
It's about getting it done. It's about getting it done, though. He did it, though, right? Did he do it? Did he do it or did he not do it?
Okay, well, if you feel like that, the Ravens won the Super Bowl with no quarterback.
Won the football game.
The Ravens won a Super Bowl with no quarterback.
No, they
exactly.
Yeah, they did win with Joe Flacco. No, he was a good quarterback.
Yes.
That's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
What? Joe Flacco?
You're out of your mind,
he didn't throw an
bro.
interception in the playoffs.
Dude, Joe Flacco. Okay, I got another one. The Eagles won their Super
How many
Bowl
Super
with
Bowls
what's his
have you
name?
won? Same as me, none.
You know?
Trent Dilfer
The one that-
also won it in
No, not Trent Dilfer. The other one who came in the third part of the season and won a Super Bowl.
Hold on.
Who was trash on everybody else's team?
Nick Foles?
Nick, yeah, him.
Nick Foles. Yeah.
Dude,
Nick
how do you
Foles
think
won
he
Super
won
Bowl
that?
too.
His defense.
Well,
All
he
of
had
these
to
teams
play
you talking
well
about
too.
had
Did he not
defense.
have to play well? So that wasn't the shootout in the Super Bowl. Let me go to the score for that game. That was
All
a
he had to do
high-scoring
was
game.
manage. All he had to do was manage
He
the
had to manage
game.
the game? No.
That's all he had to do.
He put up points. He put up points, bruh.
Dude, you are killing me right now.
So basically, you saying Joe Flacco is basically like a way better quarterback than Derek Carr. That's what you're saying. You saying
Yes.
Derek Carr could never reach the level.
Absolutely. And Philly put up 41 points in the Super Bowl. So he just had to manage the game, putting up 41. Come
Okay,
on, dude.
find out how
41
many
points
points
ain't
did the
game
defense put up.
He put up
How many points did the defense
373
put up?
yards and 3 touchdowns.
Bro, if the bro, think about
That's
it.
game
If the
management.
defense, listen to me, please stop.
Brady
Stop.
threw for
Don't try to
500
overtalk me.
yards. He threw for 500 yards.
Dude.
What
Stop trying to
defense?
overtalk me. Dude, stop trying to overtalk me. Just let me get a question in for you. If I put a quarterback on the field and the other team goes 3 and out, and I put my quarterback back on the field, and the other team I put the defense and they go 3 and out again, and I put my quarterback back on the field, dude, 300 yards, 400 yards ain't hard to come by. If you're
Well,
talking
Brady
about
had
somebody,
500 yards. He wasn't going 3 and out.
yes, the other team was.
What are you talking about? They put up 33 points. Who?
Okay,
Who was the other
let's.
team? The New England Patriots. They put up 33 points in the
Okay,
Super Bowl. He put up
okay,
41, bruh.
all right,
What 3 and outs are you referring to?
all right. I got one better.
You're just saying
Think
stuff,
about
bruh.
this. No, 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 no. Think about this. What you're saying is you're looking at a quarterback in his yesterday. This is what you're doing. A guy that has the most fourth quarter comebacks than any quarterback in history. A guy that has put up 4,000 yards consistently. A guy that has never had a defense that was ranked below what 18.
25. He never had a
Okay,
top 20.
right.
Hey, I mean, it
And
sounds good, but hey, it ain't lead to no playoff wins. That's the most important
bro.
thing to me.
Wait. I'm
Wins
not
and
done yet.
playoff wins.
All right, but this is
Playoff
what I'm saying.
berths,
But wait, this
division
is what I'm
titles.
saying.
That's what
Drew,
I'm talking about,
please,
dude. I'm not talking
bro,
about no fourth quarter
bro,
comeback.
bro. Just give me a chance to finish. When you talk about a case like that and a situation like that, then guess what? We can say the same exact thing about Jameis Winston because he was in a bad organization. He had no defense. He had a horrible offensive line, and nothing worked with this guy. And why you think he signed with us? He said the first thing that came out of his mouth is because I never dealt with an organization that was solid in and out. Derek Carr said the exact same thing. When you got that kind of people that's behind you, when you got that where you don't have to carry all the weight on your shoulders and all you have to do is run your offense, bro, that's bigger than you coming on here talking about, well, he had this. No, he didn't do it. Some of those things that you're talking about, this guy have to go out there every Sunday and try to win the game by him and his offense. And if they fail, guess who they blame? They blame him. No one looks at the organization. No one looks at the inconsistencies in the coaches. No one talks about how many offensive coordinators and offensive coaches he's been through. Nobody talks about that. But they all want to turn to him and say, he's the trash. Bruh, Jameis was the same way. He went through the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And the only thing that we're saying is give this man a solid line, give this man a solid defense, give this man a solid organization that's been having the same offensive coordinator, and then talk about it after the first 8 games. Then you have a leg to stand on. But if you're going to tell me about somebody that done been through inconsistencies from the organization on down, Jameis been through the same thing. But for some strange reason, but see, I like Jameis though. Well, we like Jameis too. Yeah, but I don't like Derek Carr because of Derek Carr went just the same thing.
My apologies. My browser crashed.
He just went through the same. Right?
Hey, the Buccaneers won a Super Bowl, the year after that man left, bro? I do not care nothing about Jameis Winston, bro.
hey, the scientist. Quick question for you. Are you going to be available tomorrow night?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, because what we're going to do, we're going to continue this talk, but tomorrow's topic is going to be, basically quarterback, about Derek Carr, Jameis Winston, because like you just said, the Jameis Winston, you don't give a damn about him because, they won a Super Bowl after that. But I would like to just talk about that tomorrow. But just to give you one pointer towards that, go back and look at that Super Bowl and see who scored those 3 touchdowns for them to win that game. I think it was Gronkowski 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown 1. Was they on his team? No. Was Leonard Fournette on there with a good running game with him? No. Did they upgrade all that defense very well, adding Shoe and all of them to the D line and making them great and adding those great DBs? No. The year that he leaves, here comes Tom Brady and here comes everybody on that team to help them make a Super Bowl run. And by the way, I think halfway through the season when Tom Brady was shitting on himself throwing picks and he was not looking like the Tom Brady he was, here he goes and tells Bruce Arians straight to his face, I am running my offense I did in the Patriots. And what happened? They took off ever since and won the Super Bowl right then and there.
He became check down Charlie again.
Fair point, but Winston ain't won a playoff game neither. So, well, he has with the Saints, but not as a starter.
So
All
why
right,
did
so we're definitely gonna continue this tomorrow because I gotta get going, because I got work in the morning. But like I said, everybody that's here, we got 51 of y'all liking. Make sure y'all smash the shit out the like button for your boy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new. Also, you got to turn on your notification bells so you don't miss out on these great podcasts and great videos that we do. And like I said, AKA the scientist, the right, we all should be available tomorrow night. So we should have another podcast just like this, and we're going to have a fun debate about the quarterbacks, and we're going to talk about it. Does a quarterback doesn't need a defense? It doesn't sound like they need everything to win. So we'll see. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I appreciate everybody that came on out here and talked with us. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. And all I can tell everybody, and Stoner and AK's the scientist, because I know you're a Saints fan as well, you can do it with me. We tell everybody who what?
Who that?
Who that, baby? And we out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Run it up, Finero. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. We came in black and gold. We came in black and gold. We came in black and gold. We going to the bowl. We came in black and gold. We came in black and gold. We came in black and gold. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Young Nolan hooded Jude on the beat, we let you know. Chris Olave, MT down the field. Winston throw the ball deep, yeah, you know it's getting real. Put Jones in the slot, he gon' do damage. AK in the backfield, you know Durant. E. Davis coming through the line, QB running out of time. Tom Brady, that's mine. Yeah, the Saints did it fine. Hold up, chopper style, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Chopper style. Choppers out, the boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we toting, Marshawn Lattimore, play the left field. Marcus May play deep safety, so you know the deal. We got Tyrant in the box, got the QB on lock. Man, we ready to rock. See, they gone in the slide out. A Debo, play the right side. Stop playing with that boy. 29, ready to ride. We ain't tripping at all. We going to the top. Yeah, we gon' spin they block. Yeah, we knocking on the top. Look. We rap the floor the lead. So boy was poppin'. The Saints really wildin'. Them boys on fire. We really number one. We move with silence. We zip them boys up. If it's a problem, choppers out. Choppers out. Them boys wild. Yeah, them boys wild. Choppers out. Choppers out. Them boys wild.